I remember vividly the first few weeks my daughter went into secondary school. I'd been really able to access her primary school. They had an open door policy. I knew what was going on. I knew her heart. I knew her friends. I knew what curriculum she was doing. I knew what expectations were. And she went into secondary school. Within about 2 weeks, I realised I had no idea what was going on. You couldn't go and see the teacher. They didn't answer emails. She never told me what she was doing anymore. I didn't know who her new friends were. And it was such a shock. And I think parenting our children as they become teenagers can sometimes feel like that. They go from being these quite open, accessible children who share their hearts with you into being these different creatures who, well, kind of sometimes just push you away a little bit. And you realise that their world is changing. They've got, it's a complicated world of relationships and opinions and worldviews. And as parents, we can find ourselves wondering what our role is anymore if they don't want to listen to us. You know, they don't seem to share our values, or they're questioning everything. They may seem rude and uncooperative. And I think it's really important to remember that teenagers are rightfully beginning to separate themselves from us as part of their transition into adulthood. And they're existing in this different world, and they're having to explore it and evaluate it. And for lots of reasons, that can feel quite negative. But on reflection, I think we as parents are still their primary window through which they look and see, what does the world look like as an adult? What is the world like for an adult? How am I going to be an adult? The statistics tell us that parents are the primary influencers of their children, even in teenage years. And I do wonder, in this very complicated world they live in, with different values and expectations and this great mass of voices telling them who they are and who they should be, whether they need us to be their stable, constant place. I don't think we need to change as parents because our children change. I think we have the same values and the same expectations and norms, and they may be expressed differently. You know, how you discipline a child changes as they grow, but we need to stand up. You know, if your kid tells you they don't want you to love them, still hug them if that's what you do. Still discipline them, still praise them, even if it's to their backs as they leave the room grunting at you. Because they need safe places. And as parents, we are called to be their safe places while they experiment with the world around them. And they think about things and they're challenged and everything else which makes them into the moody teenagers they might be. We need to stand firm as their parents, be confident as their parents, so we are their safe places. They still need their parents.